it's time to store data in an array. You can see that my new form has a button and a rich edit, and we are going to declare an array called rint, and it'll be of a new data type which will allow me to store 10 integers into that array. So the first thing to do is to create our new data type, and we'll make this tint array, and it'll be of type array 1.10 of integer, and fix that. Now once I've created that, I can go down into the button, and in the button I'll create a variable called rint, and it'll be of type tint array. In order to store some values into this array, we know we need 10 of them if we want to fill up the whole array. I would need a loop variable, and this will also be of type integer. So let's start a loop which runs from 1 to 10, and in this loop we are going to store our rint, and specifically in position loop, which is now 1 at the beginning, and I'm going to store a random number in there. In order to fill this array up differently each time, I need the word randomize at the top. Now that we have filled the array, let's put in a second loop in order to print this array to the screen. So once again I'm going to have a loop which runs from 1 to 10, and it is going to say readout.lines.add into string of my array, and then the position loop. Let's run this program and firstly see if it compiles. It complains and says do expected. Let's do that, and in the next place as well, and compile it again. Another error, it says bracket expected but a semicolon found. Yes, I have an open bracket there and an open bracket there, but only one on this side, so let's put in a next bracket and compile again. This time my program compiles. Let's run it and see what happens. So there are the 10 numbers displayed underneath each other, and this is the second part of the code. In other words, this loop, because the first loop has no visible evidence. The only visible evidence we have that this loop executed correctly is the fact that the second loop prints out the contents of this array. Let's change this and see what will happen if I try and print 11 of these variables. Now we know that the array has been defined to only have 10 fields. Let's run it in any case and see. Can you see that 10 values are printed and the 11th value is obviously weird? This is because the 11th value doesn't exist, and the 11th value takes any memory position in RAM and prints whatever is stored there as an integer. So make sure that you never go beyond the scope of the array. Always work within the values that you declared your array as.